President Trump's cuts to the federal workforce are starting to reach places in our area.
The Trump administration moving ahead with its plans for large-scale layoffs of federal workers. The Offices of Management and Budget and Personnel Management sent out a memo about those plans today.
The memo says their goal is to eliminate positions that aren't needed, started by getting a list of divisions and employees whose functions are not mandated by the law.
These job cuts are starting to affect operations here in our area. The Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park says they've started to feel the effects there.
News Channel 9's Mary Beth Mangrum reached out to local agencies to find out how these layoffs will affect our area. Mary Beth.
Latricia, Josh, the Associated Press reports that thousands of federal employees, some hired within the last year, are part of those cuts. And national parks, along with Veterans Affairs, are some types of agencies seeing that impact here at home.
Your employment will be terminated effective February 14th, 2025, as part of the agency's restructuring pursuant to the President's executive order.
Emails like these are becoming more familiar to federal employees under the Trump administration. We wanted to know how many workers in our area are affected. We reached out to the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park amidst these firings. The agency told us on Monday, quote, one position was terminated at CHCH last week, the park's biologist who joined the team at CHCH last fall. Veterans Affairs is another agency losing employees as President Donald Trump hopes to downsize. A spokesperson told us VA Tennessee Valley Healthcare System has dismissed a small number of probationary staff. This decision will have no negative effect on veteran health care, benefits, or other services. That same spokesperson told us they could not discuss which specific locations are affected, but they have 23 locations, including in Athens and Chattanooga. But some projects haven't felt these cuts at all. The Chickamauga Lock project, headed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, won't be disrupted. A spokesperson told us, to date, neither the project's funding nor the personnel of the Nashville district have been affected by changes in funding or staffing levels. We reached out to U.S. Representative Chuck Fleischman's office about the impacts of these cuts. He told us in a statement, as Tennessee's appropriator, I will always make sure that Tennesseans' hard-earned tax dollars are not wasted, and critical institutions like the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, which employs many of our fellow East Tennesseans, continue to receive funding to carry out their essential energy and national security missions. We've also reached out to the General Services Administration on if these cuts could affect the new Chattanooga Federal Courthouse. We'll let you know when we hear back. Josh?
Mary Beth, thank you. Yosemite employees reportedly displayed an upside-down American flag over the site of El Capitan over the weekend. The move was in protest against the budget cuts affecting national parks.